What's the one thing that everyone tends to struggle with? Now, apparently, if you have a below middle school education, then this video isn't going to be for you. What I'm talking about is how to build consistency. I went through over 100 websites on how to build consistency, and these are my favorite tips from those websites. Now, it's not like I just looked at the top 10 and then used 100 as clickbait. I would never do that. The video is going to be broken down into two parts. The first part, defining what consistency is and tips on how to help you build consistency. I laid out all the chapters in the video if you just want to scroll through it real quick, but I highly suggest watching to the end so I can show you on how to apply the tips. Consistent mindset thinking. The best way that's helped me through having to build up consistency is having a reflection on your day. The ways that you can do this are having a journal and writing down your day and reflecting back on what you could have done better, thinking back on that day to see where you went wrong and how you went right. For me personally, I like to reflect back on the day when I'm about to go to sleep just so I can know what I can do better for the next day.
Incorporating a schedule.
One of the ways that you can incorporate having a schedule is doing the toughest thing you have in the morning. In the morning, you typically have the most energy, so it's better to get that out of the way. For reminder wise, I like to have a whiteboard up so I know that when I have to get stuff done. For the reminder part, I like to have a whiteboard and draw out all my reminders through the week. This typically helps me get my thoughts out and plot what's the goal and what's next to do. Actually taking care of yourself. Another hard pill to swallow is actually taking care of yourself. Take running a marathon for example. You can definitely run a marathon barefoot, but it's going to be very difficult. If you were to proper hydrate, actual training, and have a diet, it's going to be a lot more easier than doing it without it. I'm not saying that you have to go all out of your way and have this new diet. Just start out small with something and you build from there. Imposter syndrome. Within building your new life, you might have a little bit of what's known as imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome can actually be defined as a persistent inability to believe that one's own success is deserved or has been legitimately achieved as a result of one's own efforts or skills. When you're going out through your new life of building your consistent work ethic, you're going to feel out of place at times. This is of course completely normal. One of the ways to get past imposter syndrome is to recognize your achievements. All the hard work you put into your life so far was on you. You have to realize that your potential was on you, and all those hours that you put into your work right there was on you. You have to have the ability to take ownership of your achievements and actually be proud of them. Do it even if you don't feel like it. Within starting a new task, you have to realize it's not going to be for you sometimes. You have to realize that every hobby you do is probably not going to be for you, but that doesn't mean you should give up on it as soon as possible. You should be persistent with the hobby, but not willing to give up your life for it if you don't want it. Sometimes the hobbies that we do just aren't for us, and we have to realize that that's completely okay, but that doesn't mean you should give up on it right away. Being realistic with your goals. The hard truth is sometimes people can't accept being realistic with their goals. Say basketball for example. So if you're 5 foot, it's going to be a lot harder for you to get into the NBA compared to somebody that's 6 foot over. I'm not saying that you should give up on your dreams. I'm just saying that you should work on your strengths. You can still definitely get into the NBA, but it's going to be a lot harder compared to everyone else. And the last tip is give yourself a break, man. Often we like to push ourselves sometimes to the point to where we don't even think that we deserve a break. That deserving a break is a sign of weakness. Breaks are completely normal and it's something that should be balanced with your work. One of the hardest parts about this is the ability to balance work and having a break. Another hard pill to swallow for some people is doing little work and giving yourself a big break. You have to deserve your breaks. Typically, you want to at least work around 4 hours a day is a good place to start with. That actually concludes the video for today. This concludes being a step closer to your authentic self. The best way to support me is to hit that subscribe button, like, and turn on notifications. If you subscribe, make sure you comment down below. I'd love to see it. Thank you again, friends, for sticking around to the end of the video. This means so much to me, and have a good day.